Ranger fans. Welcome back to another Midweek Coaches Show. This is our crazy time of the year. We've got so many sports going, so many teams having so much success. We're excited to share that with you. We're going to take a little deep dive with Coach Hill and Coach Boss into our boys soccer program, and then I'll come back and share with you everything coming up in the next week for Ranger Athletics. We want to start off talking about our wrestling and swim programs. Both of them competed 2 weeks ago at their state meets. Our wrestlers took 10 people to the state meet, which is a complete accomplishment in itself. Our boys team placed 10th overall, and we also had a couple of individual finishers that we want to shout out. Efren Arez-Mendez finished second place in his division, and then a huge shout out to Tristan Luna and Bryce Palmer, who each placed 4th in their division. We're so proud of Coach Clarkson, Coach Dean, our entire wrestling program for all of the success that they had this season. Speaking of success, let's talk about our swim program. They also headed out to UT for their state meet 2 weeks ago. Our girls finished 8th out of 49 teams, and our boys finished 12th out of 46. So fantastic showings from both of our programs. A couple of races to point out. Our girls 400 free relay brought home second place in the state. We're so proud of them. And then Vanessa Weatherford finished 5th in her 50 free. She also broke a school record, so she's had a great career. All of our seniors have. We're so proud of them. Coach Hilliard in her first year, Coach Fritcher in her second year. Our swim program has had so much success, and we're so proud of everyone. Moving into girls soccer, they're currently 9-0. First place, outright first place in district so far. Recently, they've had shutout wins over Piper, Tybee, Seguin, and Wagner. So not only are they on the winning streak, they're on a shutout streak. We're really proud of Coach Atkins, all those girls. If you haven't seen them play, you are missing it. Those girls are tough. They're fun to watch. I really encourage you to get out there and watch them. Boys soccer, currently 8-2, 3rd in district. They had a tough loss to Tybee last week, but then they followed that up with huge shutout wins over Seguin and then a huge shutout win over Wagner last night. So really proud of boys soccer, right there in a great spot, looking forward for playoffs. And we're going to talk to Coach Hill and Coach Boss in just a little bit. Softball's just getting started. They're about to finish up their tournament season. They went 3-3 over this past weekend with really big wins over Bowie, Leander, and Fredericksburg. So proud of Coach Wolf, Coach Randall, those girls. Baseball traveled to McAllen this past week. Coach Kale and those guys headed out there. They ended up 4-1 on the weekend. Huge shout out to Sevi Martinez. Coach Kale's really proud of him. Went 11 for 17 this weekend with 10 RBIs. Boys are playing really well, and we'll talk about where you can find them this weekend. Tennis headed out to Corpus Christi and came home with the team first place award. So great job, Coach Lalonde, Coach Albright, our entire tennis program. Huge shout out to Rowan Olson, who brought home first place in the boys singles. And then first place in the boys doubles was Josh Miller and Colton Smedley. So huge congratulations to them. And then last but definitely not least, our golf team with Coach Poppy, Coach Sutton. Our boys brought home first in the NEISD match play. And then Monday at Rebecca Creek, our JV boys brought home first place and our JV girls brought home 3rd. So as you can see, we've got so many sports going on right now. There's always an opportunity for you to catch these guys. I'll be back in just a little bit to tell you when you can catch those teams, but for right now, let's head on out to Coach Hill and Coach Boss to learn a little bit more about our boys soccer.
Thanks, Coach Miller, for that update, and congrats to all of our athletes for their successes in the last week, and good luck as we move forward. And as we do at the midpoint of the show each week, we feature and highlight one of our ongoing sports. Today, we're going to focus on our boys soccer program, who's a little bit into the second round of district now, and to do that, we brought our head coach in, our new to Smithson Valley head coach this year, Heather Boss. And Heather, you're new to Smithson Valley this year, but you're not really new to Smithson Valley.
No, I'm not. I graduated from Smithson Valley. Most of my family has lived here all our lives pretty much, so yeah. It's like coming home.
She came home this year, and we're tickled to get her, and she's made a tremendous impact, not just on our program, but our school in general. And well, let's talk about boys soccer. We're kind of, I guess it's a 2 7-game rotation, so 14 district matches, and we're about halfway or so through the second round. But let's bring the Ranger fans up to speed and kind of walk us through the season thus far.
Okay. We are 8-2 currently, so we have 4 games left. We beat Wagner last night, and with a little help from a couple teams that tied. We're now in second place, so we're out of first place by 2 points. We hit a bit of a hiccup in a very emotional Piper Smithson Valley game at Piper, so we kind of took a loss there, but the boys have rebounded back, and we get to play them again. So we have 4 games left, and so we haven't officially clinched playoffs yet, but if we get this week finish out with a win and then beat Canyon next Tuesday, then we are officially locked for playoffs. But that's kind of where we're at. 4 games left, and as usual, it's a hot mess trying to figure out who's in what place or anything like that.
Well, it's like a lot of our sports. You know, it's pretty tightly contested at the top, and you know, it'll go down to that last game or two or last week or so.
Yes.
To that end, now, who some of the Ranger fans that may or may not be as familiar with your team or your roster, who are some of your key players? Who are some of your stalwarts, people that are helping you have this kind of year?
So we were very fortunate. There was a big senior class that graduated last year, and so the 4, I guess you could say, returning varsity players play a huge role. They're all starters. So that's Jax Adkins, Joel Worley, Matthew Capatillo, and Greg Gelson. They're all, Greg is a junior who's been on varsity since his freshman year, and the other 3 seniors have been on varsity their whole career. Jax Adkins is our leading goal scorer. He's kind of feisty and the one everybody tries to key on. And then we have Matthew and JD or Joel who are playing the middle for us, and they're just big, solid players, physical. And then Greg is what I call our kind of wild card. He's the one that's really fast and runs everywhere and kind of is a little bit of our more defensive player, but he's real athletic and gets into attack as well. But those are our 4 returning ones, and they've been really important because we have a lot of young players, and they've kind of taken some of them under their wing and kind of told them this is how it goes in Smithson Valley soccer. Like we're expected to win, and they hold them to a standard. So those 4 guys are 4 players to watch out for.
Well, now, you know, as we mentioned, you're new to Smithson Valley as far as coming in to coach again after a great career at a couple of different stops. Replaced Coach Nichols, who moved on and had good success. For our fans, I mean, what's similar, what's different? Every coach is different, every style, every system is different. What kind of changes have we seen this year?
So we were implementing kind of a what we call like a possession style of play in soccer, and that takes time. So, but it's not a bad time to do it with so many players graduating last year, and then our class sizes under our seniors. Like we have 16 seniors this year, which is a lot, but we have a good group of younger players coming up, so it's a good time to kind of implement that. Coach Nichols did a good job. I mean, the standard of success is, I don't think any coach coming in would want to change it or because the boys expect to win, and so that's good to have that mindset. And they get very upset when they lose, which is okay because you gotta take your dings every now and then, but they're very hungry. And so that's something that we don't want to change, that mindset of we're going to win and we're expected to win and we're going to do everything we can. So we've worked on, like I said, just the style of play a little bit. And that's, something new. And then having Coach Nunley and Coach Gola, who've been here, our assistants, it really makes things smoother. So, and the boys have been awesome, like as far as accepting just a little bit of tweaks here or there,
Well, and you can see as the year goes on, the improvement as they become more and more accustomed to what we're doing. But we haven't, as you said, haven't lost that expectation.
No.
Tradition at Smithson Valley in a lot of our sports is a good thing, and you don't want it to be an albatross to our kids, that they're all, don't mess us up, don't mess us up.
No.
But I do think it breeds and fosters confidence that when things maybe aren't going just right, we're okay.
Yes.
We're okay.
Yeah.
And well, you mentioned there's 4 left, and who are those 4? And I guess if we win out, we'll have a chance to be the district champion, I suppose.
Yes.
But what are the order of these 4 games that we have left?
So we have we play at Veterans Memorial on Friday, and then we hit what we call our big streak of games. So it's New Braunfels Canyon, Bernie Champion, and Piper is the last game. So Right now, the standings are Piper is in first by 2 points, then there's us, then Bernie Champion is right behind us, and then New Braunfels Canyon is 3 points off of us in second place.
Yeah, so it's a bottleneck there at the top. And,
it's very, and then Kerrville Tivy is always a wild card. They're in fifth place, and they're very athletic, and they play Piper and Canyon and those guys coming up. So it's going to be really interesting, just like most sports. Those last few games.
Yeah, you just got to focus on your game tonight and let those other ones play each other and, kind of kill each other off as you take care of your own business. Yes. Well, good luck with that.
Thank
and
you.
to our players, and we're excited about what the end of the regular season can be, and looking forward to the playoffs. So thank you, Coach, for being on.
Thank you.
And we're going to throw it back to Coach Miller, and she's going to talk to our Ranger fans about the week to come. And we hope to see you out at the games and the meets and all the things that we have going on. And we'll see you next time, and go Rangers.
Thanks, Coach. Again, huge congratulations to everything our boys soccer program is doing. Coach Boss, Coach Gola, Coach Nunley are doing a great job with those guys. Girls soccer, you can catch them here at Smithson Valley this Friday. They're going to take on Veterans Memorial. JV will go at 5:30, and varsity will follow them at 7:15. So if you're looking for softball, they are going to head to the Hayes ISD tournament this weekend out in the Buda Hayes area. They'll be there Thursday through Saturday. Then softball start in district next week. They head out to Kerrville Tivy next Tuesday, first district game of the season. We wish them nothing but luck, a safe, healthy, fun district season. Baseball. Baseball is hosting their tournament this weekend. So if you don't know, every year baseball hosts a tournament here at Smithson Valley. You can catch them Thursday at 2 and 5, or you can catch them Friday at 3 and 6. Prior to the 6 o'clock game on Friday, we will host a jersey retirement ceremony for Cody Fuller, a former Ranger baseball player. So we would love to have you guys out there for that ceremony at 5:30, followed by their game at 6. They will also play on Saturday, depending on how they do Thursday and Friday. So just follow our social media, stay up to date. As I said, so many things going on. You can always catch up with Rangers. You can always come out and watch somebody. We would really appreciate it. So have a great week, and go Rangers.